There are a lot of things we need in this country right now. We need jobs. We need something to stimulate our economy. We need certainty in the credit market. But probably more than anything, what we need in this country right now is confidence. Confidence that we can face down these problems and move forward like America has always done. And what do we have instead of confidence? Raw anger. I'm mad. Everyone I work for is mad. You know, anger can be constructive if we channel it. And I'm here today to say it's time that we channel this anger and change the law. We don't need anger. We have a bunch of idiots on Wall Street that are kicking sand in the face of the American taxpayer. My colleague just talked about some of them, but let me review. These financial institutions on the brink of extinction come to the American taxpayer for hundreds and billions of dollars. At the very same time, they think they're going to buy a $50 million corporate jet. They're going to pay out $18 billion in bonuses. They paid an average of $2.6 million to every executive at the first 116 banks that got taxpayer money under TARP. Let me say that again. An average of $2.6 million in executive pay to the folks at the first 116 banks that got money from the taxpayers. They don't get it. These people are idiots. You can't use taxpayer money to pay out $18 billion in bonuses. Merrill Lynch is unbelievable. They saved $3 to $4 billion from the pot of money that was going to Bank of America. The sale is going to close the first week in January. They always gave bonuses in January. You know what these sneaky guys did? They decided to give their bonuses in December, before the Bank of America took over. Paid out $3 to $4 billion in bonuses in December, and that quarter, Merrill Lynch lost $21 billion. What planet are these people on? What could they be thinking about? So here's what this bill is going to do. This is called the Chief Executive Pay Act, Officer Pay Act of 2009, and it's very simple. Going forward, you want taxpayers to help you survive? You want the people at your financial institution to have a job tomorrow? Then you're going to have to limit everyone's pay at your company to the same salary that the President of the United States makes. Is that so unreasonable? It's 8 times the median household income in the United States of America, $400,000 a year. I don't think that sounds like a bad deal. Should these people be making more than the President of the United States? Now, really, should they? They should not be making more of the President of the United States. So every executive going forward cannot make more than $400,000 a year. And they have to limit that executive compensation for everyone in their company until they pay back every dime to the taxpayers. Now, once they're off the public dole, once the taxpayers aren't footing the bill, then it's not as much our business what they get paid. But right now, they're on the hook to us. And they owe us something other than a fancy wastebasket and a $50 million jet. They owe us some common sense. And if any of them think it's a hardship to take the salary of the President of the United States, I dare them to say so out loud right now. Because that's not going to instill confidence, Mr. President. What's going to instill confidence? For the men and women in these companies to realize it's time for everyone in this country to tighten their belt. It's time for everyone to realize that we must have our financial institutions survive, but not with a culture that thinks it's okay to kick the taxpayer in the shins while they drink champagne and fly in fancy jets. It doesn't work, not in the United States of America. I asked my colleagues to sign on this bill. I think it makes sense. We should have done it in the first place, but I don't think any of us thought these guys were this stupid. I don't think any of us believed that they would take billions of dollars of bonuses while their institutions were literally days from being wiped out. But they did. And we've learned our lesson. And so I hope all my colleagues will sign on this bill. I hope we can get it passed quickly so that from this day forward, the President of the United States will make the same amount of money as the executives at these companies that owe the taxpayers hundreds and hundreds of billions of dollars. Thank you, Mr. President, and I yield the floor.